we will be using now the formula. So we learned two methods. One was basically factorization method. Second one was completing the square method. Now the third one is what we will be learning using formula. Okay, so let's see that. So our general equation is of this form: ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. All right. Now what I'll do is I will divide it by a all. I mean the entire thing by a. So what I'm trying to do here is that I'm going to derive a formula, but I'm going to use this completing the square method. What I'm doing here is I'm dividing everything by a, bx by a, and c by a. So this will be gone. Now I'll be left with x square plus b by a into x plus c by a. In the second step, what I'm trying to do here is that I'm going to basically make this as a perfect square. So to do that, what I'll do is I will write it as 2 into a into b. Basically, then when I'm writing it, if I'm writing it, I'll have to write it like b by 2a so that 2 cancels out, and this will become bx by a. Now, now I can see that this is my b gonna be, if I am, this is my a square plus 2ab plus b square. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add this b by 2a square and then also subtract it so that, I mean, it balances out. So this will cancel out. So there is nothing changing here. So and this will become c by a. Now in the next step, what will happen here is that this will become x plus b by 2a whole square. In this entire thing, I'll have to shift on the other side. This will become b square upon 4a square minus c by a. And if I do this, if I take this as LCM 4a square, this will become b square, and this will become 4ac, because a will cancel out. And so what I've done here is that I have taken 4a square as LCM. If I'm taking 4a square as LCM, this numerator will remain b square, but this c will be multiplied by 4a because this, there is only a over here, and a will cancel this out in 4a times. So this is by 4a minus c it will be. So this will be b square minus 4ac. Now the same thing I can write as x plus b by 2 this whole square. Now I am going to take it on the other side, and I am going to write it as a square minus 4ac divided by 4a square. So I'm going to write this as x plus b by 2a, and I have to write plus minus because this is a square root of this, right? So plus minus, and then this 4a square I'm going to take out as 1 by 2a, and this entire thing is gonna be b square minus 4ac. So 1 into this will remain. I will send this on the other side again. So this will become minus b by 2a plus minus, this is b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So this entire thing again can be written as, entire thing can be taken as this. This is minus b plus minus the square root of b square minus 4ac. So this is what is the actually the formula, direct formula. So what I have done here is that I have taken everything in generic term like a, b, c. So this could be anything, like this can be 2x square plus 3x plus 4, and all I can do is that I can just directly write that x is equals to minus b plus minus the square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So in essence, what I'm saying here is that x has got two values. One is that 1 minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. This is 1. and then another one is minus b plus the square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So whatever I have been uh, finding out till now, I can simply just write the formula and get the value as well. So for example, if I had to find out a root for x square plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. So all I can do here is that I can just look at the values of a, b and c. If I compare it with ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, I can say here that a is 5, sorry, a is 1, b is 5 and c is 6. With this, what I can write here is I can just simply write x is going to be minus b plus minus the square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So the values will be minus 5 plus minus b square is going to be 5 square minus 4ac is going to be 4 into 1 into 6 divided by 2 into 1. So now this is going to be minus 5 plus minus, this is going to be 25 minus 24 divided by 2. So this will become minus 5 plus minus, this is square root of 1 divided by 2. In this case, what has happened here is I have got minus 5 plus minus square root of 1 is 1 divided by 2. So I have to take for one time it is plus and another time it's minus. So one of the roots is minus 5 minus 1 by 2 and the second root is going to be minus 5 plus 1 by 2. So the two roots would be one is minus 3 and another is going to be minus 2. And if we had just taken the factors also, we could have gotten the same thing. But it is just that right now we are making use of the formula itself. So this is the formula wherein you can just directly make use of this, and then you will be able to find the values. Another thing is, one thing is we have to understand that when we have access this minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, here this is x is having two values. One is minus b minus square root of b square minus 4ac and divided by 2a, and then another one is minus b plus the square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So there are two values whenever we are solving the quadratic equation, but but there is one instance wherein these two values will be equal, and when it will be when my b square minus 4ac will become 0. When this becomes 0, then this value will become minus b minus 0 upon 2a, and this value will also become minus b plus 0 upon 2a, which will be nothing but minus b upon 2a and minus b upon 2a. So whenever we have b square minus 4ac equals to 0, then we have equal roots. So what will be the situation here? So for example, say you have x square plus 2x plus 1. This is the situation here, and you have to find out the roots. Again, you have to first compare it with ax square plus bx plus c plus to 0, wherein a is 1, b is 2, c is 1. Now let's get the value. X is minus b plus minus. This is the formula you have to remember. B square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now let's put the values here. When I put b minus 2, b square is gonna be 2 square. 4 into a is gonna be 1. C is gonna be 1. Now this is going to be 2 into 1 because a is 1. Now this will become minus 2 plus minus. This will become 4 minus 4 divided by 2, which will become minus 2 plus minus 0 divided by 2, which is nothing but minus 2 by 2, which is going to be minus 1. In this case, what will happen, even here, from here you could have seen this is nothing but x plus 1 whole square equals to 0. This implies x is equals to minus 1. So I could have gotten from here itself, but this is another way of doing it. And This part which is inside the square root, this part we call it as discriminant. D equals to b square minus 4ac. So this b square minus 4ac is called discriminant. And basis whether d is greater than 0, d is equal to 0, or d is less than 0, we have different kind of situation. So when we have d greater than 0, then we have two unequal roots. We say that we have got two unequal roots. When we have d equals to 0, we have seen here two equal roots, or you can just say that there is only one root. When d is less than 0, this is something, a situation which you will learn later, but we call this unreal roots. So what happens in situations wherein your d becomes less than 0, you cannot solve it further right now, and we call this as unreal root. So basically, the situation which we had seen earlier also, when we had a situation when our graph was like this, then we used to have equal roots. When we had a graph like this, then we had two roots, two unequal roots. And then we had a situation, if you remember, there was a situation wherein our graph was going like this. It was not touching the x at all. So, and this is a situation when we have say, we have unreal roots, or we say there are no real roots. So, uh, so as I was mentioning, so there are three methods which we were learning. One was the factorization method, which we learned in the beginning. And then we learned the completing the square, and this is the final formula, which is using the formula itself. We derive the formula. So what is the formula to get the roots? It's simply this formula, that if you want to get the roots, you have to just evaluate this expression, which is minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, and you can just use it just the way I have done it. So here as well, we have taken uh, the formula and then evaluated. And then another thing which we learned today is that given my discriminant, which is d, so I can also write the same formula as I can write the same formula as x is equals to minus b plus minus square root of d divided by 2a, where d is nothing but b square minus 4ac. So we also evaluate this, and then we find what we call nature of roots, which we just learned, nature of roots. And as we said, when we have d greater than 0, then we have unequal real, two unequal real roots. When we have d equals to 0, we have one basically equal roots. That is going to be only one root. This is also going to be real. But when we have d less than 0, then we will have unreal roots or imaginary roots, which we will not learn in this class, but we rather in higher classes how to evaluate it. We call it imaginary roots. What does it mean? So basically imaginary root. So when you have expression like this, for example, minus 3 plus minus a square root of minus 5, something like this, and divided by 2 into say 3, something like this you have. So I don't know how to evaluate the square root of a negative number. So this is why we will be stuck here, and we will be just saying that this is unreal root, and we will be just leaving it. leaving it at that. We will not be calculating anything further right now. When we come to the 11th standard, then we will evaluate this as well. This is where they're saying find the roots of the quadratic equation given in question 1 above by applying the quadratic formula. So I'm just going to evaluate 1. So we can, so this is given as 2x square minus 7x plus 3 equals to 0. Okay. So, so the first one is like, let's say I want to evaluate it using completing the square method. Okay. So find the, so they are saying first completing the square. So let's do both the ways. First completing the square and then using the quadratic form. So when we were doing completing the square, what we used to do, we used to divide it by 2 to make it x square itself. So I'll divide it by 2. So 2x square by 2 minus 7 by 2x plus 3 by 2 equals to 0 by 2. So this is gonna be x square minus 7 by 2x plus 3 by 2 equals to 0. Now I will complete this as a square. So x square minus 2 into x. So 2 into x is done. Then this should be 7 by 4. Then only it will become 7 by 2x. So now I've got 7 by 4. I'll just square 7 by 4 square. And then I will also subtract 7 by 4 square plus 3 by 2 equals to 0. And here it will be x minus 7 by 4 whole square. And then I will send 7 by 4 whole square that side. So it will be 49 upon 16 minus 3 by 2 and take 16 as LCM. This will become 49 and this will become 8 into 3 which will be 24 which will become 25 upon 16. Now look at here. Now I've got x minus 7 by 4 whole square equals to 25 by 16. Now if I take a square root, I will take plus and minus both. So when I'm taking x minus 7 by 4, then I will write plus minus 25 by 16, which will be nothing but plus minus 5 by 4. Now I will take one time plus sign and another time minus sign. X minus 7 by 4 equals to 5 by 4. And then another time x minus 7 by 4 will be equal to minus 5 by 4. So this will become x equals to 7 by 4 plus 5 by 4 and this will become x equals to 7 by 4 minus 5 by 4. So this will become 4, 7 plus 5, 12 and this will become 7 minus 5, 2 by 4 which will be 1 by 2 which will be 3. So x will be 3 and 1 by 2. So this is one way of doing it wherein I did it using completing the square. Now the same thing I can do using the formula itself. I've got 2x square minus 7x plus 3 plus 2. In this one, I will have to compare it with x square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So a is 2 and then make a note of it. B is going to be minus 7. Okay, b is going to be minus 7 and c is going to be 3. My formula says x is minus b plus minus the square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. My first thing is minus b, which is minus minus plus. This will be plus 7 and minus b whole square will be 49 minus 4ac, 4 into 2 into 3 will be this divided by 2 into a is 2. So this will become 7 plus minus this is 49 minus 48 divided by 4. So this will become 7 plus minus 1 divided by 4. So I can take one time plus another time minus 4. One will be 8 by 4, another will be 6 by 4. This will be 2, this will be 3 by 2. So let's see. X minus 3 equals 1 by 2. So x square minus 3x minus x by 2 plus 3 by 2 equals to 0. here it is x square minus 7x by 2 plus 0. And this will be x square 2x square minus 7x plus 6. This is this one is okay. 3 and 1 by 2. So I have taken 2x square minus 7x plus 3. So what has happened? 2x square minus 7x plus 3. So 2x square minus 7x plus 3. A is 2, B is minus 7, C is 3. So minus B plus minus B square is like 49. 4 is 160. Because I was not getting the correct answer, I was wondering what did I do wrong here. So this is what I made a mistake here. This is 24 actually. This is 24, so this is 7 plus minus 25 divided by 4. So this is going to be 7 plus minus 5 by 4, which is 7 plus 5 by 4 and 7 minus 5 by 4, which is 3. And then 2 by 4, which is not, sorry. But yeah, this is the formula you have to use. Uh, Make sure that while you are comparing A, B, C, you compare it using the correct sign because these things are all in positive. If there is anything in negative, you have to use the sign appropriately. Appropriately. Oh, otherwise there will be some mistakes. Okay. So we did it using both the methods. Now I will just look at one of the word problem and then try to see if I can solve one of these. And let's look at this. So it's saying an express train takes 1 hour less than a passenger train to travel 132 kilometers between Mysore and Bangalore without taking into consideration the time they stop at intermediate stations. If the average speed of the express train is 11 kilometers per hour more than that of the passenger train, find the average speed of the two trains. Okay. So let's say we will assume something. So let's assume the speed of passenger train is speed of passenger train is x kilometer per hour. They have given the speed of express train. They have given the speed of express train. They have given that it is 11 kilometer per hour more than that. So this will be express 11 kilometer per hour. So this is what they've given. The average speed of express train is 11 kilometer per hour more than that. Okay. So then the next information is an express train takes 1 hour less than the passenger train to travel 132 kilometers between Mysore and Bangalore. So basically, let's say time taken by passenger train uh, to travel between Mysore and Bangalore. So travel between Mysore and Bangalore. So this is going to be time taken is basically distance traveled and divided by speed. So distance traveled is 132 kilometer they have given and speed is actually x kilometer per hour. So this is what is the hour uh, for passenger train. Similarly for the express train, similar thing, time taken time taken by the express train. So distance traveled upon speed. So 132 upon x plus 11. So this is hour. Now what they are saying here is that an express train takes 1 hour less than a passenger. So, so basically, the passenger train is taking more time. So it means that 132 upon x minus 132 upon x plus 11 is going to be 1. This is the information given. Now, what we have here is that we have this as x into x plus 11 by LCM, and this will become 132 times x plus 11 minus 132 times x would be equal to 1. So this will become x into x plus 11 cross multiplication, and this will become 132x. 132 into 11 actually will be left. 132x will be cancelled out. This will be cancelled out. So now this is x square plus 11x minus 132 into 11 equals to 0. Now I can do anything here. As in, I can either use the formula or I can just try to do a factorization and then understand. So here what we have is 132 into 11. So 132, if you want to factorize uh, using 11, so 11, 1 and then 2. So basically this 132 into 11 is 11 into 11 into 12. Okay. So, okay. Uh, so what should be the two factors? One is, uh, what would be the two factors here if you can see? So if I can just further split this, I can write it as 11 into 4 and 11 into 3. Now this 44 and 33 would, if I subtract, it will be 11x. So I will use x square plus 44x minus 33x minus 132 into 11 equals to 0. Now I can use x into x plus 44 minus 33 times x plus 44. So x will be equal to 33 and minus 44. But we know that x can never be negative because this is the speed. So x is going to be 33 kilometer per hour, and this is the speed of the passenger train. Um, Speed of the passenger train. Then speed of the express train would be 44 because it was 11 kilometer per hour more. You could have actually from here you could have also used the formula. So if you don't know and if you can't see the factor right away, what you can do is you can just write it as x square minus plus 11x minus 132 into 11. And in this case, I know that this is A is 1, B is going to be 11, C is going to be minus 132 into 11. If that being the case, I can make use of formula, which is minus 3 plus minus B square minus 4AC divided by 2A. So the formula here would be it will be minus 11 plus minus B square is 11 square minus 4 into A is 1 and C is minus 132 into 11. Now here this is 2 into 1. This will become minus 11 plus minus this is 11 square and plus 4 into this 132. I've just factorized and I know that this is going to be equal to 12 into 11. There is another 11 here, so there is 11 square here. Now there is 2 here. What I can do is I can still write minus 11 plus minus. I can take 11 common and take out. This will become 1 and this will become 48 and divided by 2. This will become minus 11 plus minus 11 into this will become 7 divided by 2 and you can still write there will be 2 this 11 minus 80. 77 by 2, and then that will be minus 11 plus 77 by 2, which will be minus 44 and plus 33. And again, we got this. So, first is to formulate the equation. Once you formulate the equation, basically, now you can solve it using any of the methods. So this is something which we can figure out. So formulating the equation is one part and solving it is another part. So while you could formulate the equation, you can solve it using any of the three methods which you know. Okay. But the final method which I have told you, you just remember because that method we will be making use of in coming sections also.